What's up, everybody? Keith Dykes here with W.K.D Construction, and welcome back to the channel. On today's video, this is going to be part 4, the very final part of the custom metal floating stairs for the pool house. We are installing the white oak rail cap on top of the previous installed posts and cable railing system that we installed last week. So this thing turned out crazy good, man. I am super tickled with the way it turned out. It just turned out really well. I used the Lamello P2, the Zeta P2 system, and that thing, dude, that was the whole glue that held it together, man. It really worked really well. I was kind of skeptical about it, but dude, the Zeta P2 by Lamello, it worked phenomenally. So a great tool, and just watch this video and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know if y'all see anything new. Yes, sir. WKD's got some swag. I got it. I just got it in today. Show y'all real quick what I'm gonna be selling for some merchandise. The hat, got it, coach hat, flex fit. Yes, sir. I got 2 styles of t-shirt. I will have one, which will have the green got it, coach, and on the back is my logo I've had for a while. They just kind of revamped it. These are Gildan soft style t-shirts, so they're nice and soft. Then I've got the Got It Coach with the nice cock. Check out the cock gun. Yes, sir. W.K.D Construction. These are all silk screen. These are not just that hot iron on crap. Dude, these are legit silk screen. Beautiful. I'm talking detailed on this thing. So, oh, and stickers. I have a few stickers. So hopefully, like I said, I will get everything uploaded, pictures of everything what I need to be able to start selling on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everything. So hopefully I can get that all in order here in the next couple weeks, and I will definitely have a video saying you can buy some merch. So heck yeah, I'm ready. All right, y'all, the day is finally here. I just picked up this beautiful 3/4 inch white oak from my guy Mike Jones out of River Hardwoods out of Camden, Tennessee, and we're going to install it using the Lamello Zeta P2 fastener. I don't even know, it's kind of like a biscuit joiner, but it's on freaking steroids, man. This thing is awesome. I'll show you how it works. It's pretty damn neat. So here we go. This is it. Pretty cool little package. Got a lot of stuff with it. Oh, don't fall over. Alright, so here is the Lamello Zeta P2 system, biscuit joiner. So look at that. You can see the blade on it. It's got a little, makes like a little T-slot inside the groove. That way you can slide the fittings in there. Pretty neat. As you push it, this little button engages, and that makes it wobble and creates that T-slot in there. Adjustable fence. Very nice machine. So here are a couple of different of the P connectors. This one is the Clamex. This is what I'm going to use on the handrail because it turns into a mechanical fastener. Drill a hole, and then it pops up. Locks that sucker in there. Put it in, twist it, and now that dude is not coming apart at all. And this is the Tenso. It's like a spring-loaded clip. I won't put it in there because it's hard to get out, but it snaps together, and it's supposed to have 35 pounds of holding force. So very cool, very neat system. So here is all of the white oak. It's 3.5 inches wide, basically 8 feet long, and we're gonna get to milling it and installing this stuff, man. Let's go. So the first thing we need to do is determine where the edge of the handrail will be to give us something to keep us straight and actually to measure off of. So I got the laser, the Spectra laser set up 3/4 of an inch from here. So I'll show you that. 3/4 there, 3/4 down there. We're going to have a 3.5 inch handrail. This is 2, so it'll give us 3/4 of an inch overhang as we center it. So one of the main reasons why I bought the Zeta P system is because of right here. I want the handrail to flow down and then be all one single piece. I have a lot of different connections, and it'd just be hard to screw or nail it. So I thought the Lamello P2 system would be my best option, because at 45s you can clip the 45 together, you can clip the 90s together, you can clip the miters together, the bevel. It's crazy. So hopefully it will work. Like I said, I used it at the house and it worked really well. But we will be able to utilize it later on down the road for trim on all the houses, outside trim, inside trim. So it is a little costly, but I think it's going to be very good addition to the toolbox. So I'm excited to see how we get this going on with it. So the first section I'm going to start is right here. Like I said, we are going to continue this handrail all the way up. We're not going to have any gaps. So we just want a continuous handrail. I got my laser, set it to the laser. This edge to the laser. This the Bella Type 80T. This level to there. Take the square. So this is my long point, and then I'll just do a square. This will just be a square butt connection, and use a Lamello P2 Clamex, son. Let's go. All right, so here is my piece that goes to a little horizontal rail, and this is going to be my vertical cut. Like I said, I'm just going to square butt it. Just make a mark there in the center. Pretty good. Here we go. I always plug it in. I always got to have the badass cord because it's badass. Look at that. Heck yeah. Here we go. Let's go with the first cut. Right in the face. Right in the ear. So check this out. This is the cool part. You can see it's got a little slotted groove in there. These got a little groove in it, so when you push it in there, it slides in there and it won't come out. How cool is that? So now that I'm going to use the Clamex, we actually need to turn the cam in there. So So what we do is drill a little hole right here. Take this out. It's a little jig. It goes in there, fits in there. Then we drill a hole. So now, take the little Allen wrench, put it in there. And now we can tighten it up, man. What? Look at that. Get out of town, son. And then once we're all done and stained and everything, I bought these little, we got these little clips or covers, little screw hole covers if we need to get to them. And then they just plug in there, and you can get different colors for different species of wood too. So pretty dang neat. Hell yeah. I took it back down into the handrail and I marked where my my angled handrail meets, and it's right there. And the cool thing about this now is I can take it apart and cut it and miter it and do whatever I need to. Look at that. Now I can set it down on my saw and cut it what I needs to be, man. Heck yeah. This thing's getting better and better. So now I found my miter. It's a 28 degree. So this is what we're going to do. I'll go ahead and get the Zeta P2 in action. Go ahead and put a, I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do a Tensile or a Clam-X. I'd like to do a Clam-X, but we'll see how it works. Alright, and I've got my miter, 28 degrees, and now we're going to put a Clam-X fitting in there. I did a little test and it works like a champ. Lamella gives you this little chart, tells you, pretty cool. It's got little spacers that go on the front of your cutter. That way it spaces it up enough where it won't, you know, shoot out the other side on your miter. But you just got to put it on like I need a 60 degrees, and it tells you what size spacer you need. So it's pretty cool. Just adjust your hole jig. Yes, sir. And I'm not really worried about the hole on the backside because we got the metal on the handrail. It's really not going to show, so works like a champ. There. Come out a little bit. More. It's in there somewhere. Yeah. So we got it set and it looks awesome, but I think we're gonna get up here and tie this back into the wall. I don't know. Get this top rail tied into that wall. I just set up the laser at 3/4 of an inch to be on the outside of this handrail. So that way I know that's where the outside of my rail needs to stop. So I don't know. I don't know. We're just gonna have to go back and forth. I don't know. I'm new. That's my short point. So there, flat, and then I measured the distance of my handrail. It's 36 1/8. 36 1/8 on the wall, and that's what Brent used to square off of. And that will be the bottom side of the handrail. Ho ho ho! Oh, that is freaking amazing. Oh, geez, that is badass. 3/4 here. Let me measure what you got here.
5 and 5/8.
Here we go. Just had to go buy a brand new chop saw. The old chop saw, which I think is 20 years old, and I bought it used. The bearings finally went in the spindle, and so I just had to haul balls to Lowe's and pick up a brand new DeWalt sliding compound miter saw. That's crazy. All right, so now I just got it kind of leveled up just a hair. Put a mark under the bottom, and I'm gonna put a P-System cam Clam-X clip into the shiplap, and we will have a clean hidden fastener mounted to the wall. So now we got the top of my handrail marked, and I'm gonna take the Zeta and do it right on the wall. We get one chance. Don't F it up.
Please.
Please, yeah. All right, over here.
On the floor. Good way to float a shelf.
Oh, Lord, Terry.
Put my little candle on it. coffee there.
Dude, that's crazy. Look at that.
Zip strap. Special order. Oh, I gotta go your way. Yeah. Oh, come on, nigga. Yeah.
Lock and load it.
That's the one.
Tighten it up right there. Daggone, son.
Oh, yeah, look good.
Have to show y'all that right there. Shoot. Of course, we'll do some fine tuning, but that is crazy. One whole piece. Now we can take it apart, take it outside, stain it, poly it, and then bring it in and set it at one time. LaMelo, where you at, dog? I got this little section set, dry fitted. Just brought the point out to here. And I got this little section just dry fitting, sitting here. Brought it out to inline with the laser. Go ahead and miter this. I'm gonna have to cut. I have to cut this tab off, and yeah, get that tab cut off. Paint the end, kind of like what we did right here. I had to cut that off so it wouldn't hang past. So I'm going to have to put a butt joint right here because I didn't have a piece of oak that was almost 10 feet long. All I had was 8 foot good, so I'm going to splice it. Dude, we got all the top section. I just got it all just kind of cut and fit in, and once I got going, it really it speeds up the process, and you kind of figure out a system to do it. So once I did that, I was able to do this top section pretty quick. But like I said, we just got it set in there, and then tomorrow we'll come back, we'll tighten everything together and sand everything, kind of get it all on super plane, get the edges kind of rolled over a little bit, and then we can take it outside, take it apart, take it outside, stain everything, poly everything, and bring it back in, put it together, and screw it up. Yes, sir. It is awesome. So now I'm just taking some sandpaper and just trying to kind of round over these edges just slightly where they're not so sharp, and then get these angles to fit just a little smoother. So I need to make this transition from here to a 90 degree. This is 35. Of course, this will be 90, and then a 90 back here. But I just took a couple pieces of scrap because it's just going to be kind of trial and error. And we'll, oh, if I get my clamp on there. So to check it, these are 27 and a half. I've done 28 and I've done 27. And I'll just take a level and plumb it. And yes, sir, I think it's right there. So 27 and a half is the angle. Yes, sir. That is freaking amazing. That still blows me away. I can have all that held with one fastener. No need for screws. Because usually I'd use Craig screws galore, which there's nothing wrong with the pocket screws. I like the Craig screws. I use them for a long time, but this thing is freaking amazing. Oh, I can't even believe it. It is a costly machine. I had about, by the time I bought the P2, the Zeta P2, the biscuit joiner, and then I think it's 80 sets of the Climax, 80 pairs of the Tenso, and it was right at $2,000, man. I mean, it ain't no, you ain't just gonna buy it every day, but damn it, if it does this good, it's worth every penny of it. Jeez, man. All right, we have all of them sitting on there. I've got that one cut. I just didn't put it on there since it's just one single piece. But we're gonna go outside, take the power sander, orbital sander, and sand all of the flats, top and bottom, and then we'll just take a hand sandpaper and just kind of knock the edges off. That way we kind of just knock that sharpness off. Get a little peek in. Oh my goodness, look at that. Got the coolers in, the built-ins are done, look at that. Backsplash, dude. That's what you call the balls up pattern. That looks cool. But anyway, we'll get back to the handrail. Very cool. I've got some little screws, some little 1/2-inch screws. Of course, we'll screw into the brackets there, and I'll have to do something here. I don't know. Jay made some brackets for here, but they're too big, so I don't know what I'm going to get into. We may end up using some trim screws and then just putty the holes right there. I think that'd probably be the best bet right there. And it looks very slick, man. Very happy with it. I'm tickled with it. It looks awesome. And this is such a cool thing, I think, that is good with the LaMelo P2 system. I mean, something this complicated, you couldn't screw it all together and then take it apart and then stain it and then bring it back and put it together. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So that is definitely a cool ass selling point to me. I mean, I was kind of hesitant how it would do, but dude, it is very impressive. I mean, look at that. And look at that. Come on now. No brainer. No brainer. I don't have any black-headed screws. I need something with a little bigger head, so I got these number 8 by 9/16 lad head screws. And I'm just going to put them on the cardboard and we'll just spray bomb them black. Ain't nobody going to be messing with the screws, so I don't have to worry about the paint coming off of there. This is a custom colored match stain that I got mixed at Sherwin-Williams, and this matches the stair treads. Actually, it matches the floor, which is the stain that we put on the stair treads. So very, very close match, and that's what we're putting on the handrail. So I got 2 coats of the Minwax polyacrylic. This is ultra flat, which matches what we put on the floor and the stair treads. So that's what we're going to go with the handrail. But I've got 2 coats on the bottom. I just flipped them over, and now I'm just going to put a coat on the top. And then once we install it, then I'll probably go ahead and get it all installed, and then come back and hit it with some 400 sandpaper, and then put a finish coat right on top after we have it installed. That way it gets a nice smooth finish. So we just went ahead and mocked everything back up, and we've got it glued. I have not screwed it yet. We're just gonna we've got it all, like I said, we just got it clamped. All the joints are glued, so we're just gonna let it set overnight. Let the glue dry up really good before we screw it down. That way the metal, hopefully that wood joint will hold a little more tight when we screw it down to the metal post and railing. And then we're just going to leave these, we got these glued up, and we're just going to let them set on their own overnight, and then we'll come back in the morning, stick them on there, and then screw them up. And then after we get them all screwed into place and be their final resting place, I'll get some 400 grit sandpaper, go ahead and sand everything again, and then top coat it with another coat of the polyacrylic clear. Yes, sir. That is amazing. That is so cool. So I got this point set and I got that point set. I'm just going to set the laser back up, put it right here, and then I'll just fasten it to the laser. For those hard to reach places, little 90. I just went ahead and just started, I didn't even pre-drill because they're so short. That might be a problem right there, Bill. Got it. So I set the one on the wall first, that way I had a reference point, and then I measured 3/4 here, and then set my laser up, and then pulled this out to where it needed to just met the laser line. So I want, as this one said, I got 2 inches of overhang, so I'm gonna make this go to 2 inches. And then I'll check up top, make sure I've got the same. Got 24 5/8, 24 3, well, about 3/4 shy, so right at it. So that's the definite beauty of the laser. We can go from all the way, you know, we know a direct point from that point. I measured 3/4 of an inch at that post, and then of course 3/4 here, and then that's a straight line all the way to there. So I got to move that piece up at the top just a little bit, and it's straight as that laser. I mean, you ain't got time to mess with strings like that. Come on, laser, and it contours to whatever you're putting it on to. Look at that, all the way to the ceiling, all the way up there. Get you a laser, man. Got a little 220 sandpaper. Kind of get that first bit smooth, and then I got some 600. I'll go over the top of that. Make it super smooth. Yeah. The last 2 screws. And then we'll get ready to start sanding. Come on, get on there. Yes, sir. And to mount the handrail into the wall, I just use some GRK trim screws. Just a little small headed screw. I'll show you. Get up here. Oh, just kidding. I dropped it. It's about a 2.5, maybe 2.5 inch screw. And I put it on the bottom, that way when you're walking up, you're not going to see it. The wrench is tightening up the cables. Now that we've got the oak handrail on top of there, the posts aren't going to move. So he's tightening those up. And Steve's cutting off the excess studs, and then we'll put the caps right on top. So we found a system. Just hold on to it with a pair of pliers, cut it almost all the way through, and then just snap it off. Because if you're cutting, you're liable to hit somebody in the hand or something. I'm gonna apply the last coat. I talked with the clients, and they wanted to go with a little more sheen, so I got a satin polyacrylic just to give it a little more flair instead of being flat like the stair treads. Beautiful. That's it. That is freaking beautiful. That is amazing. Dude, looks phenomenal. Love the black on the black with the black cables. Looks way better than the stainless cable, but got 2 coats of satin on top. I wish we had Fill-A-Vision, because man, a fly land on that, slide off and die. It's so slick. Oh man, beautiful. Look at that P2 system in action, man. Unbelievable. Y'all have to go back and watch and see the progress on this whole thing. This is amazing what we've turned this thing into. So tickled, happy with the way this thing has turned out. It is something to see. So after we got all this put together, I talked with the clients, and we are going to put a post right here. I got to get Jay to make me another post that does not have any holes in it. That way it looks like, it's supposed to be there. So here is the post that Jay made. I do not have any holes in it because we're going to put it right here on the corner. Me and Mr. Roy talked it over, and really, Miss D too, and we really think it needs that post there. So I got Jay to make another one with no holes. So we're going to sneak that in there, get it mounted, finish it off. All right, the post is in. Dude, looks so much better with the other post. Beautiful. Super tickled. Love it. We'll do a little final walkthrough on the bathroom area. As you see, we got the floating benches in there. Beautiful. Barn door, hiding the washer and dryer area. Soft close. Hidden door right here. Check this out. Push to open latch. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check that out. Beautiful hallway, beautiful entryway. Beautiful curbless walk-in shower with the glass panel. Another floating bench to tie in with these. Built-in linen. Just the toilet area. And then the vanity. All right, y'all, that was my video on how we put the finishing touches on this custom metal floating stair project here at the pool house. If you're just now joining us here on the W.K.D Construction channel and you're seeing this video, I'll go ahead and put a link right here and you can go back and watch part 1 of the custom metal stair stringers and just see all the work and all the detail that we had to put into this thing to get it where it is right now. And man, dude, I'm just so thankful for these clients, Dee and Roy Dedman. Man, they've been very patient. They've had a vision, they knew what they wanted, and they were just said, hey, this is what we want, and do it. So it's you don't run into clients like that all the time. And man, I'm super blessed to be able to do what I get to do every day. I mean, it's amazing. And I gotta give special thanks to Mr. Do-It-All, Jay Robinson. Made the stringers, made all the posts. Man, he just does some stuff for the cabana. He's very, very talented individual and just a hard-working son of a gun, man. He's a good friend. And so thank you, Mr. J. Robinson. I appreciate you, boss. So once again, I am Keith Dykes. This is the Custom Metal Stair Stringers at the pool house. Thanks for watching. And you know I'm going to say, got it, coach.